Welcome to SAT Maths everyone. I'm your guru Ved. Today we are going to learn about operations on number. This is going to be the second video of our first unit, number and operations. So the question is, what is operations? Well, operations are simple addition, subtraction, multiplication or division of numbers. Also, there is another operation on numbers that we do, that is exponents. In simple term, we know exponents as powers, right? So powers, that means, for example, 2 to the power 2, that only is a kind of multiplication, that is repetitive multiplication of a same number with the number of time that is raised to the power of, right? So for example, 2 is raised to the power of 2, that means 2 should be multiplied 2 times. So 2 is multiplied 2 times. So this gives us the answer 4. So these are the operations that we have studied in our lower classes. Now, regarding the order of operations. Order of operations, why is it needed? Let's say, for example, we are given a problem 4 plus 5 into 3. So there are two approaches that we can use to solve this problem. The first approach is we either first do addition and then do multiplication as given in the question, and the second order of operation is we first do multiplication and then addition. So if given to different people, they would arrive at two different results. For example, if he follows the question, then he is going to add first, that is 9 into 3. 4 and 5 is added first, it gives 9, and then he multiplies it with 3 and he gets an answer 27. While the second person, what he does first is he says that I am going to multiply first. So he multiplies 5 into 3 and gets 15, and the answer becomes 4 plus 15, that is 19. So you see, two different people solve the same problem, use different order of operations and get different solutions. So that is why to arrive at the same solutions we need a certain order of operations. So what should be the order of operations? For simplicity, the order of operations is given by the PEMDAS rule, that is PEMDAS. P stands for parenthesis or bracket. So anything that is inside a bracket first should be solved first. For example, 4 into 5 minus 3. That means the subtraction that is inside the bracket should be solved first and then it should be multiplied with 4. So we get 4 into 2 is equals to 8, right? After that there is E, exponents. Anything that is in the exponent form should be done after doing brackets. For example, if we have 4 into 3 cube, that means we can't multiply 4 with 3 directly. First we have to solve 3 cube, so that becomes 27. Then we multiply it with 4, that becomes 108. Now then comes multiplication. And division. You see, there is no hard and fast rule that we should do multiplication first and then division, or do division first or then multiplication, right? We can choose whichever we want to do first if we are just following the correct steps. You will see how we do this with a certain example that we will take later after studying the addition and subtraction part. Similarly, like multiplication and division, we then do addition and subtraction. The only order that we need to remember is that first we have to always do anything that is in the bracket first. We have to solve them first. After that comes the turn of exponents. Then either do multiplication or division, and after that only we can do addition or subtraction, right? So this is the sequence of doing operations, right? So we are going to take some examples based on order of operations. For example, regarding the multiplication and division rule, we can either do multiplication first or division first. That doesn't matter. We will arrive at the same result no matter whichever we do first. Let's take an example for that. Here is an example. 5 into 4 divided by 2. So we can either do multiplication or division first, but which one we should do depends on the question. Here the question is more like 5 is multiplied to 4 first and then it is divided by 2, but we would also get the same result if we divide 4 with 2 and then multiply with it 5. Let's see how that goes. We take different approaches. First do multiplication first, that is 20, and then divide it with 2, then we get 10. Now we go take the different approach. We first use division. So 4 divided by 2 becomes 2, and then 5 into 2 becomes 10. So you see, we arrive at the same result. It doesn't matter which one we choose, multiplication first or division first. Similarly, in the case of addition and subtraction, for example, 7 plus 5 minus 2. What we are going to do is we first add the numbers first and then subtract. So we would get 10. The second approach is we can either subtract first and then add. So if we subtract first, we would get 7 plus 3, and that would also be 10. So you see, there is no fixed order between multiplication and division and addition and subtraction. So right, so either we can do division first or we can do multiplication first. After that only, either we can do addition first or subtraction first. It doesn't matter. Now I'm going to take a few examples and try to solve some problems based on the PEMDAS rule. So here are two problems that we are going to take, and they might clear your concept on order of operations. So the first question is minus 5 plus 7 square, then under the bracket 3 minus 6 cube plus again under the bracket minus 11 minus 2, and then again multiplied by under the bracket 8 minus 2. So the order of operation first tells us to solve anything that is inside bracket first. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to solve everything that is inside the bracket first. So here we have our first bracket that gives us a different problem. Then there is a second bracket that is another problem, and then there is third bracket that is our third problem. Then there is this fourth bracket that is our different fourth problem. So we will take every problem one at a time. So here minus 5 plus 7 square, right? So first, even while inside the bracket, we follow order of operations, and before adding, what we do is solve the exponent. So 7 square becomes 49. Then again in this other bracket we have 3 minus, again we have to simplify the exponent first, so that becomes minus 6 cube, that is 216, and again minus cube again becomes minus, so minus 216. After that there is minus 11 and minus 2, that is minus 13, and then there is 8 minus 2, that is 6. So again we are still not rid of the brackets, so we have to solve everything that is under the bracket first. So 49 minus 5 becomes 44, and then this is minus minus plus, and 3 plus 216 becomes 219. After that we get minus 13 into 6, that is minus 78. Now you see, if you get such type of question, this would always come into the calculator section, so you can calculate this using your calculator. So using calculator we found that 44 into 219 is 9636, and this becomes plus minus 78. So if we subtract minus 78 from this, we would get 9558, right? So you see, that's how we approach the problem. First we have always to solve anything that is inside the brackets, and then we touch the exponents and then multiply, and if given then we divide, and after that addition and subtraction. So here not all of the operations are given, but some of them are included, and that would have cleared your concept. Now there is this second problem, and this is where many people falter and get at different results even using PEMDAS rule or PEMDAS rule. But I am going to clear the concept, clear your concept of PEMDAS by taking this example, right? Now for the second question, that is 8 divided by 2 into 2 plus 2. So this question, to solve this first, what we have to do is solve anything that is inside the bracket. So 2 plus 2 becomes 4. So here this question is 2, and if we remove the bracket, it gives us a multiplication sign. So again the order of operation allows us to either do multiplication first or division first, but that doesn't mean that you should multiply 4 with 2. No, if you want to do multiplication first, then you have to multiply 4 with 8. Why is that so? Because 2 is the denominator of 8. This 8 divided by 2 means 2 is the denominator of 8, and then the 4 is multiplied to it. So you can multiply 4 with 8 first and then divide it by 2, or you can divide 8 by 2 and then multiply with it 4. So that doesn't matter what order of operation you are going to use, multiplication first between 8 and 4 or division first between 8 and 2. So this question is solved like this, and it becomes 4 into 4, that is 16. What people do wrong here is, while even following the PEMDAS rule, they think that yes, we can do multiplication first, but instead of multiplying 4 to 8, what they multiply it with it is 2. That is wrong. 4 is not multiplied with it with 2. That this is completely wrong, right? So order of operation allows you to multiply or divide first. So if you want to multiply first, then 4 should be multiplied to 8 first. In that case also, if 8 into 4 is done first and then it is divided by 2, it gives us 32 by 2, and that is also 16. So in no case the answer should be 1. 1 is not the correct answer, but 16 is the correct answer, no matter which order of operation you follow. Now that's it for today's, guys. This is all in the order of operation. We will meet you in the next video. Let me know if you have any doubts or any issues with my video. I will try to solve it. Thank you. Have a good day.